Hi guys, today I want to talk about how to apply for visa to Norway to come to Norway. So first you come to UDI webpage and then you click on want to apply. Then you need to insert the country that you're coming from or citizen of. So let's go just for Iran and then we choose. And then we see that we can apply for family immigration, work immigration, protection or asylum, visits and holiday, citizenship, au pair, study permit, permanent residence, assisted return, immigrant's passport and travel document, lifting and entry ban, residence permit for victims of abuse, medical treatment for citizens of countries outside the EU or EEA area, Schengen area, and apply for repatriation. Okay, so for students who want to come to Norway to study, we should go for study permit. Here you see study permit or vocational training and research. Most of the cases, if you're coming for a bachelor or master, I suggest go with study permit. If you are a PhD student, you need to go with work permit. I'm gonna go through that too. So for study permit, we see that okay, where will you be studying? University or college, or upper secondary school, high school, vocational school. Uh, it's like after this, you're gonna be an apprentice and work in either construction workshop or those that require kind of power. Folk high school, probably something I'm not really sure, but it's again high school. I don't really know what's the difference with the upper secondary school, but we can check it. Religion or belief based school, Bible school, and then university summer schools, or additional education in order for your education to be recognized in Norway. So let's go for university college or university. That I feel like that's most useful here. So here you see that you need to pay an application fee, which can be around study permit for applicant over the age of 18 and also renewal. It's around 5,400 NOK. But if you are below 18, you will pay zero. And then you need to have the application acceptance letter from a university or a college, like for example, University of Oslo or NTNU, or the University of Tromsø, University of Agder, University of Stavanger, any of these that you applied to before and you got the acceptance letter, you need this for your visa. Then you also need a certified copy of your diploma. If you have like if you're applying for a master, it needs the diploma from your bachelor, which needs to be legalized by Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Iran. Also, you must be studying full time. Like you can't choose like I'm gonna study master part time, which gonna take 4 years. You need to finish your study in 2 years, so it's gonna be full time. And then you must have the means to support yourself during this period that you are studying, which means you gotta have 12,537 NOK per month or 137,907 per year for the entire school year. This is just for 1 year. So you got to have this number, this amount for the second year also. But it could be like due to inflation and stuff, they might require a little bit higher, but again in the same range. And also from this year, from 2024, Parliament has decided that international students coming from outside Schengen area need to pay semester fee and this varies based on your field of study. It also says here, if you want to be a student for one semester, you must show half of that amount for autumn or 75,000 NOKs for spring. Mm, which kind of shows like a student loan. This is the amount that will be like student loan, grant, or your own fund. You need to have this. And it needs to be a Norwegian bank account or a deposit account. So when you, the process is like this. When you get the application letter, application acceptance of your university, they will give you some time to provide this amount and transfer this to the university's bank account. Then they will save this money for you and give you like a letter that they have reserved this money for you. And then you take that letter to VFS in Tehran and show it, present this among other documents and give it to them so they can process your application. So in Norway, the good thing is like you can get student loan, but unfortunately, in order to get this student loan from Norwegian government, you need to be either a Norwegian citizen or be married to a Norwegian citizen, or have worked in Norway for the last 2 years and have paid taxes. Then this will allow you to use the student loan. But if you are like haven't been in Norway or not at all related to any Norwegian government or Norwegian citizen, unfortunately, you need to have this amount. It also says if you have a part-time job in Norway, you can include this in your. You can include this in and show it to them. Like you get the contract from your work, which says I have this amount, I can support myself. So if, for example, your contract is hopefully full of this one, or maybe even more, that's better. But if your contract says, okay, I can support 75,000 for 1 year, then you got to have the rest of this money. But yeah, the good thing about Norway is like they pay good income, so I don't think the job is gonna be 75,000. You will earn more. Then after this, you had paid the application fee, you got the acceptance letter, you have your document earned diploma legalized, you are studying full time, you have this amount, and then you have to pay the tuition fee, which, as I said, it differs from your field of study and university to university. And then you must show that you have somewhere to live. So on the university's website, they refer you to student accommodation website where you can choose which type of accommodation you want, like if you want to live in a shared place with few other people, or if you want to live alone, or there are some websites like hibel.no, or you can even find housing in fin.no, finn.no, and then you can like look for places based on the city that you're going to move to, and yeah, show this documentation of your place among the rest of them. And these two websites, if you want, I will share them in the comment section. These two websites are you can trust them. I'm using them all the time. They're valid. Also, you need to show that after you have studied your your education, there's no obstacle for you to go back to your home country. So technically, if you want my opinion, when you apply for the university, you write a motivation letter or statement of purpose You can change that and have it here included that yes, you will go back to your university, you will go back to your country because you want to serve there, you want to be useful. You can write something like this and yeah, include it in your document. Also, here it says it could be difficult for applicant from your country to get a residence permit for study at a lower level than master level. So this means that maybe for bachelor there might be some obstacles, but from what I've seen, if you are like 17 years old or maybe 18, and you just come here with your family, if they have like if your parents have gotten a job here, and you're just tagging along because you're under 18, you just go to high school here and you study 1 year of English and social studies and get to the social study is about how to live in Norway and what are the kind of social education that you get. And after this year, you can also go to Norwegian classes. Then you can apply for, like any other normal citizen here, apply for bachelor studies and continue. That's why it might be lower chance to get a bachelor um, study permit here, but it says lower. It doesn't say that it will not happen. So if you have a chance and if you have the application fee and you're sure that you will get in, then go for it. Um, Here it also says it's better to have. It's not better. You need to have like the place of study must be included in NOKUT. Uh, NOKUT is like well, from this university names that I mentioned, it's probably there, so no need to worry. But here you can change a language. NOKUT is a website that also legal kind of legitimizes your documents, so Norwegian government or Norwegian agencies kind of approves your documents for you. So if you have like a bachelor diploma from University of Tehran and just upload your diploma here to NOKUT, they will legitimize it for like based on Norwegian kind of regulation or how they study in Norwegian education system, and they will approve it for you. Like, okay, they have passed the requirement that they need to in order to study a master education. So it's kind of to just qualify it for you. Mm, and yeah, here you can see University of Stavanger. But based on what I said, like the name of the universities, those are accepted by NOKUT. So don't worry. We can also go through another video. I can make another video for just the universities here. But for now, let's just do the visa section. And then here it says rights and obligations for applicants who are granted a study permit. So here it says you cannot be self employed or run your own business in Norway while you are studying. So if you kind of need to let your study to finish, and then when you are living in Norway, like a permanent residence or something, you can run your own business. That time it's okay, but not when you're studying. And then if you are granted a study permit, it says when you're granted a study permit, you can work weekly 20 hours, part time for up to 20 hours. If it becomes more than this, it's kind of illegal, and I don't think they will approve it for you. I mean, the your employee will not give it to you. I mean, they will only give you 20 hours a week. It could be less, but maximum is 20 hours. And this 20 hours includes remote work too. but you can work full time during holidays. Full time is 37.5 per week. Also, if you are a student, when you apply for a study permit, if you have a spouse, partner, or children, they can also apply for a visa to come and live with you. Um, it could it could take a lot of time if you apply separately, but if you apply all of you all together, and all your application is like attached together, they have to proceed with all application together, and it will save you a lot of time, and you can actually travel with each other. But if you say, okay, I go first and I settle down in Norway to see how it is, and then you apply, that will take a lot of time because the study permit is like 2 hours, and they might say that, okay, 2 hours will pass in like a flash, so you might come back to your country, and they will kind of delay this process. So the best thing is like all of you apply together. And then it says this period you have this study permit, which is usually 2 years, does not count when you are applying for a permanent residence permit. We will go through this too to see what does the permanent residence permit say. And this is how this is the documents that you need to apply. And then you will click how to apply. And then again, it asks you if you are already living in Norway and want to hand in your application here. This is for your second, like when you have come here for 1 year and you studied for 1 year and you want to renew your application, then this is for you. You can say yes. But when you are already in Iran and you want to go through VFS to apply, you have to say no. And then again, it asks you which country you're from. You're going to enter Iran. And here you can copy the checklist, you can print the checklist. You will get the application form. You need to fill this in. And then after you have all the documents of the checklist and the application form, you will go to VFS in Tehran. And but you have to first get an appointment through their website. And at that date and that time, go and hand in your application. Okay, that's interesting. They will send your application to Turkey, Ankara. A few years ago, they would send it to Dubai. Okay, this is the process for study permit. But let's see if you are to give it in, hand it in for your second year when you're already in Norway. So here they will ask you which alternative describes your situation. You have qualification as a skilled worker and have legal stay in Norway. So this means that you're like working here already and you want to start or you want to continue your education. Then you can go with this. Or you have had residence permit in Norway for the last 9 months. This is you. This is true for you who have studied the last year. So meaning that you have been here and living in Norway for the last 9 months, and none of the above. So because you have studied, we go for the second one. And then here you need to insert the municipality that you live in. So for example, if you are in Trondheim, if you are going to NTNU, then you are living in Trondheim. Then you enter Trondheim, and then it will ask you to go to Steinkjer or Trondheim police station in Trondelag police district. You can find the address of the website for the police here. But again, you still need the checklist and the application form fill in. After you fill in the application form, it asks for like you pay the amount, the application fee. It will give you a receipt and a cover letter. Cover letter is just that you have paid. It's another form of another way of saying you have paid the application. It's just the same as the receipt. You need these three documents along with the documents in the checklist. when you're going to police station. So this is the study permit.